The mental health is a multifaceted tapestry, woven from threads of biology, environment, and personal experience. It is a state of well-being that extends beyond the absence of illness, encompassing emotional resilience, psychological balance, and social harmony. Yet, beneath the surface of outward appearances, hidden causes often contribute to mental health challenges. These hidden causes are the subtle influences, the often overlooked factors that shape our emotional landscape and contribute to a wide range of mental health issues. Uncovering these hidden causes is essential to understanding the complexities of mental health. It allows us to move beyond simplistic explanations and embrace a more nuanced perspective. By delving into the interplay of biological predispositions, environmental stresses, and psychological responses, we can begin to comprehend the intricate ways in which mental health issues arise. This understanding is not merely academic. It has profound implications for how we approach prevention, treatment, and support. When we recognize the multifaceted nature of mental health, we open ourselves to a wider range of interventions, from early childhood support to community-based initiatives. In the following sections, we will embark on a journey to explore these hidden causes, shedding light on the often invisible forces that shape our mental well-being. Our understanding of the brain has expanded exponentially in recent decades, revealing the intricate connections between our biology and our mental states. We now know that mental health is not solely determined by external factors. It is also influenced by our genes, our brain chemistry, and even the structure of our brains. Genetic predispositions play a significant role in our vulnerability to various mental health conditions. Family history of mental illness can increase the likelihood of developing similar conditions, suggesting that genes influence how our brains respond to stress, regulate emotions, and maintain psychological balance. Neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers of the brain, are also implicated in mental health. Imbalances in these neurotransmitters, such as serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, have been linked to conditions like depression, anxiety, and schizophrenia. These imbalances can affect mood, motivation, sleep, and overall cognitive function. Beyond neurotransmitters, structural and functional differences in the brain have been observed in individuals with certain mental health disorders. For instance, changes in the hippocampus, a brain region involved in memory and emotional regulation, have been linked to post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Understanding these biological factors is crucial in developing targeted interventions. Medications, for example, can help to correct neurotransmitter imbalances, while therapies such as transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS, can modulate brain activity in specific regions. While our biology lays the foundation, our environment shapes the architecture of our mental health. The experiences we encounter, the relationships we forge, and the communities we inhabit all leave their mark on our emotional well-being. Adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs, cast a long shadow, influencing mental health throughout life. Trauma, abuse, neglect, and household dysfunction can disrupt brain development, alter stress responses, and increase vulnerability to a range of mental health conditions. Socioeconomic factors such as poverty, unemployment, and lack of access to education and healthcare also contribute to mental health disparities. These factors create chronic stress, limit opportunities, and erode social support networks, increasing the risk of mental health challenges. Exposure to violence, discrimination, and social isolation can also have detrimental effects. These experiences can lead to feelings of fear, helplessness, and worthlessness, undermining self-esteem and eroding resilience. The environments we inhabit shape not only our individual experiences, but also our understanding of mental health. Communities with strong social connections, access to mental health services, and a culture of support tend to have better mental health outcomes. Recognizing the profound influence of environment highlights the importance of creating supportive and nurturing spaces that foster mental well-being. The human mind is a complex and enigmatic landscape shaped by a lifetime of thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Our psychological and emotional responses to the world around us play a crucial role in our mental health. Cognitive patterns, the ways in which we think about ourselves, others, and the world, can contribute to both resilience and vulnerability. Negative thought patterns, such as catastrophizing, rumination, and black and white thinking, can trap individuals in cycles of anxiety and despair. Attachment styles developed in early childhood shape our relationships throughout life. Insecure attachment styles, often rooted in early experiences of neglect or inconsistency, can lead to difficulties in forming secure and trusting relationships, contributing to anxiety, depression, and relationship problems. Coping mechanisms, the strategies we use to manage stress and adversity, can be both adaptive and maladaptive. While healthy coping mechanisms, such as exercise, mindfulness, and seeking social support, can enhance resilience, unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as substance abuse, avoidance, and self-harm, can exacerbate mental health issues. Emotional regulation, the ability to manage and express emotions effectively, is essential for mental well-being. Difficulties in emotional regulation, often stemming from trauma or adverse childhood experiences, can lead to emotional outbursts, interpersonal conflicts, and self-destructive behaviors. Understanding the interplay of these psychological and emotional factors is essential for developing personalized interventions that address the root causes of mental health challenges. Section 5. Society's role, social and cultural context in mental health. Mental health is not solely an individual experience, it is profoundly shaped by the social and cultural contexts in which we live. Societal norms, cultural beliefs, and community attitudes towards mental health can either support or hinder our well-being. Stigma, the negative attitudes and discrimination associated with mental illness, remains a significant barrier to seeking help and accessing treatment. Fear of judgment, shame, and social isolation prevent individuals from reaching out for support, perpetuating cycles of silence and suffering. Cultural beliefs and practices also influence how mental health is perceived, experienced, and addressed. Some cultures may emphasize stoicism and self-reliance, discouraging individuals from expressing emotional vulnerability. Others may view mental illness through a spiritual or religious lens, leading to alternative healing practices. Social determinants of health, such as access to education, employment opportunities, and safe and affordable housing, play a crucial role in mental well-being. Discrimination, marginalization, and social exclusion based on race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender identity, or socio-economic status can create chronic stress and limit access to resources, exacerbating mental health disparities. Creating a society that supports mental well-being requires addressing stigma, promoting mental health literacy, and advocating for policies that address social determinants of health. Section 6. Intersectionality, the interwoven threads of identity and mental health. Mental health is not experienced in a vacuum. Our identities are race, ethnicity, gender identity, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, and other social markers intersect to shape our experiences of the world, including our mental health. Intersectionality recognizes that individuals may face unique challenges and stresses based on their multiple and intersecting identities. For example, a person of color experiencing racism may face additional stressors that impact their mental health, while a transgender individual navigating transphobia may encounter discrimination that affects their sense of self and well-being. These intersecting identities can create compounded disadvantages, limiting access to resources, perpetuating stigma, and increasing vulnerability to mental health challenges. For instance, LGBTQ+ youth experiencing homelessness are at a significantly higher risk of mental health issues due to discrimination, family rejection, and lack of access to support services. An intersectional approach to mental health requires recognizing and addressing these intersecting forms of oppression and privilege. It demands that we move beyond one-size-fits-all approaches and develop culturally sensitive interventions that meet the unique needs of diverse populations. Section 7. Breaking the silence, addressing stigma and promoting early intervention. Stigma casts a long shadow over mental health, perpetuating silence, shame, and a reluctance to seek help. Breaking down stigma is not merely about changing attitudes. It requires systemic change, community action, and individual empowerment. Open conversations about mental health are essential to normalizing these experiences and challenging misconceptions. Sharing personal stories, Educating others and advocating for mental health awareness can help to destigmatize mental illness and create a more supportive environment. Early intervention is crucial in addressing mental health challenges effectively. Recognizing the early warning signs, such as changes in mood, behavior, sleep, or appetite, can help individuals to seek help sooner, improving treatment outcomes. Schools, workplaces, and community organizations play a vital role in promoting mental health literacy and providing access to resources. Educating individuals about mental health, providing mental health first aid training, and creating supportive environments can make a significant difference. Section 8. A holistic approach towards comprehensive mental health care. Addressing the multifaceted nature of mental health requires a holistic approach that considers the interplay of biological, environmental, psychological, social, and cultural factors. This approach recognizes that there is no one-size-fits-all solution and that individualized care is essential. Comprehensive mental health care encompasses a wide range of services, including prevention, early intervention, treatment, and ongoing support. It includes access to mental health professionals such as psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists, and social workers, as well as peer support groups and community resources. Treatment modalities should be tailored to the individual's needs and preferences and may include psychotherapy, medication management, lifestyle modifications, and complementary therapies such as yoga, meditation, or art therapy. A holistic approach recognizes that recovery is a journey, not a destination, and that ongoing support is essential for maintaining mental well-being. Section 9, Conclusion, a collective responsibility for mental well-being. Mental health is not merely an individual concern, it is a collective responsibility. Creating a society that supports mental well-being requires a multifaceted approach that addresses stigma, promotes early intervention, and provides access to comprehensive care. We must challenge the misconception that mental health is a private matter and foster a culture of openness, empathy, and support. We must advocate for policies that address social determinants of health, ensuring that everyone has access to the resources they need to thrive. By working together, we can create communities that prioritize mental well-being, fostering resilience, hope, and healing for all. Let us embrace the complexity of mental health and work towards a future where everyone feels supported, valued, and empowered to seek help without shame or stigma.